In the immediate aftermath, a haunting silence descended upon the universe. One moment, a vibrant, bustling existence; the next, an eerie stillness, punctuated only by the cries of the living. Across countless worlds, sentient beings simply turned to dust. This was the blip, an event that reshaped reality, brought about by a being who believed he was bringing salvation. Our story begins not with the devastation, but much earlier, with the first subtle tremors of an impending cosmic reckoning, long before anyone truly understood the forces at play. A solitary hero's emergence would inadvertently set the stage for this universe-altering catastrophe. It was 2008, in the deserts of Afghanistan, that the world witnessed the unlikely genesis of a new kind of hero. Tony Stark, a charismatic and brilliant industrialist, found himself facing mortality and emerged forever changed. Donning a suit of his own design, he declared himself Iron Man, igniting a spark that would unexpectedly lead to a universe-spanning saga. His defiant existence challenged conventional wisdom and soon caught the attention of an enigmatic figure, S.H.I.E.L.D. director Nick Fury, who saw the potential for something far grander, a collective of extraordinary individuals to protect a world unaware of the threats lurking beyond its stars. Even as Tony Stark found his footing, ancient, powerful artifacts began to surface, their true nature still veiled in mystery. The Tesseract, a cosmic cube containing the Space Stone, was rediscovered during World War II, a source of immense power that both Hydra and later S.H.I.E.L.D. sought to harness. Years later, it would fall into the hands of the Asgardian trickster god, Loki. Coupled with Loki's mind-controlling scepter, later revealed to house the Mind Stone, these objects were not mere weapons but fragments of primordial creation. They represented the very fabric of existence, unknowingly drawing the attention of an entity far more ancient and dangerous. The burgeoning threat of Loki, empowered by the Tesseract and commanding an alien army, necessitated an unprecedented response. Under Nick Fury's leadership, the Avengers initiative finally materialized. Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, and Hawkeye, a disparate group of enhanced individuals, were forced to unite against a common foe during the Battle of New York in 2012. This cataclysmic event, though a victory for Earth, unveiled the vastness of the universe and solidified the team's purpose. It also saw the Mind Stone, still housed within Loki's scepter, recovered, its true potential yet to be fully understood by humanity. As the Avengers continued to protect Earth, the wider universe began to reveal more of its secrets and more of its dangers. Far across the cosmos, in 2014, Peter Quill and his ragtag group of misfits, the Guardians of the Galaxy, stumbled upon the orb, a relic containing the explosive Power Stone. Its raw, destructive energy underscored the immense capabilities of these cosmic gems. Then, in 2016, a new dimension of reality was unveiled with Dr. Stephen Strange, who, as the Sorcerer Supreme, became the guardian of the Eye of Agamotto, an ancient relic housing the iridescent Time Stone, allowing its wielder to manipulate temporal flow. The Mind Stone, initially Loki's scepter, proved to be an artifact of profound transformative power. In a Sokovian experiment, it awakened latent abilities within Wanda Maximoff, granting her incredible powers of telekinesis and reality manipulation. Later, the very same Mind Stone was used by Ultron, in conjunction with Tony Stark and Bruce Banner, in an attempt to create a perfect synthetic being. This effort culminated in the birth of Vision, a sentient android with the Mind Stone embedded prominently in his forehead, making him incredibly powerful but also inherently vulnerable. His existence made him a unique target, destined to become a central piece in a looming cosmic chess game. Throughout these early years, a shadowy figure lurked, his name whispered in fear across galaxies. Thanos, the Mad Titan, was revealed to be the orchestrator behind Loki's invasion and Ronan's quest for the Power Stone. Driven by a twisted ideology, he believed the universe was doomed by overpopulation and finite resources. His radical solution, to collect all 6 Infinity Stones and, with a single snap of his fingers, wipe out half of all life, thereby balancing the universe. He saw himself not as a destroyer, but as a savior, a dark messiah whose terrible resolve would set the entire universe on a collision course with destiny. The Infinity Stones are not merely powerful jewels, they are fundamental aspects of the universe, each representing a core component of existence. The Space Stone, housed in the Tesseract, allows for instantaneous travel across vast distances. The Mind Stone, within Loki's scepter and vision, grants control over consciousness and facilitates sentience. The Reality Stone, known as the Ether, can twist the very fabric of reality to its wielder's will. The Power Stone, found in the orb, delivers immense destructive energy. The Time Stone, the Eye of Agamotto, permits mastery over the flow of time. And finally, the Soul Stone, the most elusive, holds dominion over life and death itself. Collectively, they offered ultimate power. As the Infinity Stones slowly revealed themselves across the galaxy, Thanos' resolve hardened. He sent forth his loyal generals, the Black Order, Corvus Glaive, Proxima Midnight, Ebony Maw, and Cull Obsidian, to systematically retrieve the stones. Their arrival on Earth was a terrifying herald of the war to come. Simultaneously, the heroes of Earth were fractured. Captain America, Black Widow, and Falcon operated in the shadows, defying government oversight after the Sokovia Accords, while Tony Stark continued to innovate, building new, more advanced suits. The disparate heroes found themselves in a race against time, desperately trying to understand and protect these cosmic treasures. The year was 2018, and the universe held its breath. Thanos, no longer content to operate from the shadows, launched his full assault. The battle for the Infinity Stones was no longer theoretical, it was a desperate, universe-spanning struggle. His forces attacked New York, Edinburgh, and ultimately, Wakanda, targeting the heroes who guarded the remaining stones. Every hero was pushed to their absolute limit, making impossible choices, facing insurmountable odds. The narrative tension soared as the fate of existence itself hung precariously in the balance, with each passing minute bringing Thanos closer to his horrific goal. The ultimate confrontation for the Mind Stone culminated in the lush, technologically advanced nation of Wakanda. It was here that Earth's remaining heroes, including Captain America, Black Panther, Hulk, and Wanda Maximoff, made their desperate stand. Their primary objective, to protect Vision and destroy the Mind Stone embedded in his forehead before Thanos could claim it. Shuri, Black Panther's sister, raced against time to safely extract the stone, while outside, the Black Order's forces clashed with the Wakandan army and the Avengers. It was a brutal, overwhelming assault, a testament to Thanos' relentless drive. Amidst the chaos, Thor, having lost Mjolnir and suffered grievous personal losses, embarked on his own arduous quest. Accompanied by Rocket Raccoon and Groot, he journeyed to Nidavellir, the legendary home of the dwarf Starforgers, to create a new, more powerful weapon, Stormbreaker. This mystical axe, capable of summoning the Bifrost, was more than just a weapon, it was a symbol of Thor's renewed hope and his burning desire for vengeance. He arrived on the Wakandan battlefield in a moment of dire need, turning the tide, however briefly, against Thanos' overwhelming forces, but it was not enough. Despite the valiant efforts of all the heroes, Thanos proved unstoppable. He methodically defeated every challenger, from Iron Man and Doctor Strange on Titan to the combined might of the Avengers and Wakandan forces on Earth. With brutal efficiency, he extracted the Mind Stone from Vision, completing his collection. As he placed the final gem into the Infinity Gauntlet, a surge of unimaginable power coursed through him, a power capable of rewriting the very laws of physics. The universe braced for the unspeakable, knowing that the moment of cosmic judgment, so long feared, had finally arrived. Then, with an agonizing effort, Thanos raised his gauntlet hand. In the silence that followed, a single, devastating snap echoed across all reality. A golden wave of energy erupted, washing over every planet, every living thing. And just like that, half of all life, chosen at random, simply ceased to exist, turning to dust in the wind. Heroes and villains alike, from beloved characters like Spider-Man and Black Panther, to countless unnamed citizens, vanished. The blip had begun. The universe was left reeling, broken, and desperate, with the surviving heroes facing not just defeat, but an incomprehensible, catastrophic loss. The aftermath was a somber, silent testament to Thanos' horrific success. 5 years passed, marked by pervasive grief and a desperate attempt by the surviving half of humanity to rebuild. Hawkeye, Clint Barton, witnessed his entire family turn to dust before his eyes, driving him to become a vengeful vigilante. Tony Stark retreated into a quiet life with his family, haunted by the past. Captain America led support groups, trying to bring comfort where he could. The world was a shadow of its former self, scarred by irreversible loss. Hope seemed a distant memory, until an unexpected event shattered the stillness. In an incredible twist of fate, Scott Lang, Ant-Man, who had been trapped in the quantum realm during the snap, miraculously reappeared. For him, only 5 hours had passed, not 5 years. This temporal discrepancy sparked an audacious idea: if the quantum realm could manipulate time, perhaps they could use it to travel to the past, gather the Infinity Stones before Thanos could, and reverse the devastating snap. His improbable return became the catalyst for a desperate, impossible plan, igniting a fragile flicker of hope in the hearts of the world's most defeated heroes. The time heist was born. With Ant-Man's revelation, the surviving Avengers, alongside new allies, began to formulate their perilous time heist. Their mission was clear: travel to specific points in their own past to retrieve earlier versions of the Infinity Stones before Thanos could collect them. The stakes were immeasurable. Any misstep could unravel time itself, creating devastating paradoxes. Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Black Widow, and Hawkeye, among others, geared up for their final, most dangerous mission, each carrying the weight of loss and the burden of the universe's last chance for redemption. This was their desperate gambit against fate. The quest for the Soul Stone, perhaps the most enigmatic of all, led Black Widow and Hawkeye to the desolate planet Vormir. There, they encountered the spectral Red Skull, guardian of the stone, who revealed its terrible price: a soul for a soul. In a heartbreaking moment of profound sacrifice, Natasha Romanoff, selfless and determined, wrestled with Clint before plummeting to her death, ensuring her best friend would live to bring back the stone. Her sacrifice, a quiet yet monumental act of heroism, underscored the immense personal cost of their mission. The Soul Stone was acquired, but at an unbearable price. With all 6 Infinity Stones successfully retrieved from the past, the heroes returned to their present, ready to undo the snap. But their past actions had inadvertently alerted a past version of Thanos, who, along with his entire army, arrived to lay siege to Earth. What followed was the most epic and cathartic battle in cinematic history. Every hero, every ally, resurrected from the blip, joined the fray. Avengers Assemble echoed across the battlefield as Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and countless others fought side by side against the Mad Titan and his forces, a universe's worth of hopes and dreams riding on their shoulders. In the chaos of the final battle, Thanos once again acquired the Infinity Gauntlet, proclaiming his inevitable victory. But in a desperate, selfless act of heroism, Tony Stark, Iron Man, intercepted the stones, transferring them to his own nanotech gauntlet. Knowing the immense energy would kill him, he uttered his iconic phrase, "I am Iron Man," and snapped his fingers, unleashing the power of the stones to eradicate Thanos and his army. This final, universe-saving act cost him his life, bringing an end to the Mad Titan's threat and closing the chapter on his own extraordinary journey. The snap was undone. Half of all life, including many beloved heroes, returned, bewildered but alive. The universe, saved from utter annihilation, began the long, slow process of healing. Tony Stark's sacrifice was mourned by a grateful world, his legacy enshrined forever as the man who saved them all. While the victory was profound, it came with indelible scars. The events of the Infinity Saga had profoundly impacted every character, every corner of the cosmos, setting the stage for new stories, new challenges, and a universe forever changed by the incredible scale of heroism and sacrifice that defined this epic chapter. With the universe saved, Captain America, Steve Rogers, embarked on one final mission: to return the Infinity Stones to their original timelines, preventing any paradoxes. But upon completing his task, Steve made a personal choice. Instead of returning to the present, he chose to live out his life with Peggy Carter in the past, fulfilling a promise he made long ago. He eventually returned to the present as an old man, passing his iconic shield and the mantle of Captain America to Sam Wilson, the Falcon. It was a poignant, heartfelt farewell, marking the end of an era for one of the saga's foundational heroes. The Infinity Saga, spanning 23 films and over a decade of storytelling, created an unparalleled cinematic universe. It meticulously wove together individual narratives into a grand, overarching epic, defining an entire generation's cinematic experience. From the humble beginnings of Iron Man to the cosmic climax of Endgame, the saga explored themes of heroism, sacrifice, destiny, and the enduring power of unity. It wasn't just a series of superhero movies, it was a phenomenon that captured the imaginations of millions, demonstrating the incredible potential of long-form, interconnected storytelling. Its impact on popular culture is undeniable. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, forever changed by the Infinity Saga, now stands on the threshold of new adventures. The sacrifices made, the lessons learned, and the bonds forged during the battle against Thanos continue to resonate, shaping the next generation of heroes and challenges. The Infinity Stones, once the ultimate MacGuffins, are now returned to their places, their power dispersed but their legend etched into the cosmic consciousness. The saga leaves behind an enduring legacy, a testament to what complex, character-driven storytelling can achieve. The universe may be transformed, but the spirit of heroism, ignited by Iron Man and carried by all who fought, lives on.